I'm Ellen Iskenderian, and in my day job, I am the president and CEO of Women's World Banking, which is a global network of microfinance institutions. But for the last 6 months, I've had a second day job as the co-topic leader for the Empowering Women and Girls track here at CGI. This is really the first time that I have seen a global conference with this kind of impact focus such a bright light on the issues of empowering women and girls, and really not from a perspective of just, it's a nice thing to do, or it's, 50% of the population, we have to address them, but really recognizing that all this other work that we're talking about in the full 3 days of the conference will really not be able to be done as effectively if they don't incorporate women and girls into their strategies. And I haven't seen any other organization fully embrace that and really want to tell that story to such a broad audience. Microfinance, when it was first started, and I've heard Professor Yunus talk about this very eloquently, the intention was really to serve the poor who were being denied financial services because they were perceived as being too risky and they didn't have collateral. So it was very gender blind initially, but very, very quickly it was evident that the things that women spent the proceeds of their businesses on when they were given the chance to run businesses were the kinds of long-term, intergenerational impactful activities. And it's interesting, it's really the same thing all around the world. Women focus on funding the education of their children, the health care for their family, and then improving their housing. And so to move away from women clients, as we're seeing happening as the microfinance sector becomes more commercial, is really to move away from a focus on those activities which are proven to have the long-term change possibility that microfinance can bring about. Women's World Banking's commitment this year is a very exciting new venture for us. It's really aimed at changing Women's World Banking from purely an NGO to a social enterprise. We are, as an NGO, 31 years old with lots of experience in building strong microfinance institutions around the world. Some of our institutions are really some of the biggest players, best performers in the industry. And so we wanted to take that expertise and move to some of the underserved countries and regions of the world. Microfinance, despite being over 30 years old, only really has served 150 million clients to date, compared to the literally billions of people who remain unbanked. So we're looking to set up in the next decade 7 microfinance institutions that are women-focused and ideally with significant women leadership in both the executive branch and the governance of the organizations in countries that have not really maximized their microfinance potential. Of the BRIC countries, for example, only India really has any sizable microfinance presence. So we're looking obviously at Brazil. We've got some wonderful partners that we're exploring in China, and we're hoping to target in that 10-year period about 2 million clients, with a vast majority of them being women.